Is your ASUS monitor forgetting its settings after you turn it off? This is often due to issues with the NVRAM, which stores settings like brightness, color profiles, and more. Specifically, the monitor might be failing to properly write or save settings to the NVRAM. This problem is common, especially in the ROG Swift and ProArt series, but can occur in others. NVRAM is a special type of memory that retains data even without power. When you adjust settings on your ASUS monitor, they should be saved to the NVRAM. The issue arises when this saving process fails. This failure can happen due to improper exiting of the on-screen display, firmware bugs, or hardware degradation of the NVRAM chip itself. Let's look at the hardware. The NVRAM chip on the circuit board stores your settings permanently. NVRAM is a type of non-volatile memory, similar to flash drives and hard disks, that keeps data without power. The most straightforward fix is to ensure you properly exit the monitor's on-screen display after making changes. Simply pressing the menu button twice, or selecting Exit from the OSD menu, ensures the changes are saved to NVRAM. Failing to do this leaves settings in temporary memory, which is cleared when the monitor loses power. Outdated firmware can contain bugs that prevent settings from being saved correctly. These bugs often affect NVRAM writes, causing your monitor settings to reset after power cycles. To fix this, check the ASUS support website for your specific monitor model and download the latest firmware version. Look for updates that specifically address NVRAM or settings persistence issues. Follow ASUS's instructions carefully to update the firmware, as incorrect installation can cause further issues. Typically, this involves downloading the firmware to a USB drive and plugging it into the monitor. For easier updates, use the Aura Sync app to check for automatic updates. This software can detect your monitor and handle firmware installations without manual USB steps. If updating the firmware doesn't resolve the settings loss issue, try performing a factory reset on your ASUS monitor through the on-screen display menu. This clears all custom settings and returns the monitor to default state, which can eliminate corrupted configurations. After completing the factory reset, perform a power cycle to ensure any remaining corrupted data is cleared. Unplug the monitor from the power outlet, hold the power button for 10 seconds to discharge internal capacitors, then plug it back in and power on. This process helps guarantee that settings are properly saved to NVRAM going forward. For advanced users, DDC-CI software can sometimes force monitor settings to be saved. DDC-CI stands for Display Data Channel Command Interface, a protocol that allows software to communicate directly with your monitor. This software can force settings to save, which may help if NVRAM writes are failing. However, use this method with caution, as incorrect usage can lead to monitor instability or other issues. Before using DDC-CI software, research thoroughly and ensure you understand the risks. This is a workaround, not a guaranteed solution, and may not work for all monitors or situations. Here's an example of the settings menu where DDC-CI can be enabled and the OSD showing DDC-CI options. Always back up your current settings before attempting any software fixes. In rare cases, hardware issues with the NVRAM chip itself can cause persistent settings loss, particularly in older monitors that have undergone extensive use. NVRAM chips can degrade over time, especially after thousands of write cycles from frequent brightness adjustments, color calibrations, or gaming profile switches. If firmware updates and software solutions fail to resolve the issue and your monitor remains under warranty, contact ASUS support for potential repair or replacement. ASUS typically handles warranty claims by either replacing the entire monitor or repairing the faulty NVRAM component, depending on the model and issue severity. For monitors outside of warranty, weigh the repair costs against purchasing a new model. Often, a new monitor proves more cost-effective than extensive hardware repairs. Looking ahead, ASUS is integrating AI-driven diagnostics into their monitor apps to detect and fix NVRAM issues before they cause problems. Newer models like the ROG Swift 32UQXR feature redundant NVRAM backups to prevent settings loss. By 2027, embedded AI in monitors could auto-correct write issues in real time, reducing user-reported problems by up to 90%. ASUS is shifting toward cloud-based firmware delivery through their Aura Sync app, enabling automatic updates without user intervention. To reduce e-waste, ASUS aims for 5-year firmware update cycles, ensuring longer-lasting software support. Future monitors may integrate NVMe-based storage, potentially replacing traditional NVRAM for more reliable settings storage.